All right, workings of the enlarger. So we have a couple of different knobs on your enlarger here. This one back here loosens and raises and lowers the enlarger. This is important for when you are doing a contact sheet, which will be the full 8x10. You lower it to fit into the 5x7 frame right here. This knob on this side of the enlarger is going to control your bellows, which is going to focus your negative. So when you have the lighthouse open, you never ever want to open this with the light on. You kids don't even need to. This is where you're going to replace your light bulb. This is your lens down here. This arm here opens up this, which is your negative carrier, and your negative will slip in underneath the little knobs here. There are notches back here, so this is all done in the dark. So what I have the kids do is feel for the little knob back here, and then the negative carrier goes in, and I straighten it, and then I close the lighthouse, and they never can have the light on with this open. It will leak and ruin other people's papers. So once I have that on, you have a switch on your timer. It says time or focus. When you have it on focus, the light turns on. And I will give the kids a time and a light. So this right here is your f-stops, but unfortunately you can't see what the f-stops are in the dark. So what I have the kids do is, if I tell them like 4 stops down, I'll open it all the way, which is gonna be the brightest. Closing it is gonna be the dullest. So if I tell them 4 stops down, there's gonna be clicks. And there's 4 stops down. So they will set their light, they will set their time. So the timer moves if I have it at 5 seconds here, and then I will focus, which is this knob right here, and they use a grain enlarger to look through to see if their negative is in focus and centered on the carrier here, and this will get them in focus or out of focus, and will also make it bigger or smaller here. When they have all of this set up and ready to go, they turn that switch back to time, and the red button is what they hit for the timer to go off. So if they're doing a test strip, I have them lay their test strip right on the easel, and then they take a piece of cardboard and hover that over the test strip. They hit the red button and wait for the timer to go off. So this is set at 5 seconds. And then they move their cardboard down and hit the timer again. And they're gonna do this 4 times. So then when they develop their test strip, I read this in the white light and I can see the lines. Obviously this is not in focus, but I can see the lines, and to tell them like, yep, do it at 5 seconds, do it at 10 seconds. And then they will come and make a print. And when they make a print, they double check everything. So they make sure that their time did not change, or if they have to change the time, they change the time. They turn the enlarger on, make sure everything is still in focus, and when that's all set, they turn it off. They go get their 5x7, and when they open their easel, there are little nubbies inside the easel here. So they're gonna put their piece of paper to butt it up against the edge here and here. So this then gets put down, and then they hit the button and make sure that they are out of the way so that it's exposed in the correct space on here. And when the timer turns off, they can run it through the chemical process. I buy 8x10s, I cut it in half, so it's 5 and 5, and then I turn the paper and cut the 1 inch off, and that is how I get my test strips for the kids. So this is how the enlarger works in the darkroom.